What's going on, Nerd Nation? This is Sleevecard signing in, and today is a Wednesday, which means it is time for some more Pokemon HeartGold Nuzlocke action right here on the channel. Today we are already up to episode 14, so we are just cruising right along. Last episode, you guys, we explored, I believe it was Route 31, Route 41, something like that. We did a little bit of exploring. And we came in and checked out the national park, taking on some trainers, all that kind of good stuff. If you are catching up from that episode, that's where we left off. If you guys watched the kind of in-between montage that I made a separate little, like, half mini episode, we took on the Pokeathlon Dome, where we crushed it. Like, we're probably Olympic legends right now, because we ended up cleaning house with 4 out of the 5 events. We ended up getting medals in. So, looking good, looking sharp. The team is primed and ready to go. And speaking of the team that's primed and ready to go, let's have a look and get you guys all caught up. So, first off, leading the team today, I thought I would give a little screen time out to Goldenrod, our level 17 Bellsprout. Goldenrod hasn't seen too much action in the last couple episodes, so I thought I would give it a chance here. But he is holding on to a Miracle Seed, which will power up this Stab Vine Whip, and also running Stun Spore, Poison Powder, and Sleep Powder to get all those little status moves rocking and rolling. I believe he should evolve at level 21-ish, so maybe not this episode, but getting there. So possibly we could be seeing a Weeping Bell before too long. Next up, we have Cinder, oh man, I keep trying to say Cinder or Cyndaquil because it rolls off so well, but it is Cinder or Quilava at level 21, holding on to Charcoal, which is going to boost quite a bit of this moveset since it is running Flame Wheel, Fire Blast, Quick Attack, and Ember. Next up, we have another one of our Pokemon that I'd like to give some more screen time to, and that is Bastille, our level 15 Pineco, or Pineco actually, Pineco. Pineco is running Tackle, Protect, Takedown, and Bug Bites. So hopefully he gets a little more screen time, as well as I'd like to bring him and Goldenrod up to the rest of the team's levels around level 20-ish. Next up we have Orville, our Pidgeotto. Orville has Tackle, Sand Attack, Gust, and Quick Attack. And we also have Balderdash, who made level 24 last episode. Kind of in the montage where we were doing the national park, but did not evolve. I thought he evolved at 24. Obviously, I'm wrong. So probably 25, 26. Maybe not today, but coming up soon, we could be seeing a Graveler. But Balderdash, we went ahead and gave the Quick Claw because he is not the quickest on the team, not by a long shot. So any stab, quick attack kind of moves will help us out immensely, but Balderdash is hoping that Quick Claw will let him get one of these moves off first, and that would be Rollout, Magnitude, Rock Throw, or Rock Polish. We are also right now carrying Kenya the Spearow, who is not in our team, because Kenya actually is a Pokemon from one of the guardsmen who gave it to us to kind of take to his friend, who is just outside Violet City. So we are carrying this Kenya on us, but is not really part of our team, which is why we don't have a 6th Pokemon right now. But in today's episode, you guys, I am hoping to deliver Kenya. Also, there's this wriggling tree matter that we've been hearing about for a couple episodes now, that we should be able to go take care of today. And then I'm hoping that we make it up into Ecruteak City and have some fun up there. So let's go ahead and get rolling. Oh, bug catching contest, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Alright. So, Route 36. So we're up on Route 36, which is just between the national park and, like, the ruins of Alf. Now, I don't believe this is a separate route. Let me check my map real quick. I was gonna say, I don't believe... Oh, no, not in here, map. I have to check the Pokegear. I don't believe Route 36 is separate from the route down below, but it might be. So let me check the map real quick, because that would mean a separate encounter, which Oh, it is. It is. Yeah. So, okay, so we should have a couple encounters because we have Route 36, which runs right here. And then we have Route 37, which should be on the other side of the mystery tree. So we should get an encounter right over here and still have room to spare. Now, I know I said I want to give Goldenrod some screen time, but I also want to give Bastille some screen time. So I'm going to put Bastille up front because I believe this is a psychic. In which case, Bastille will be able to do some decent damage. Come on, Psychic. Psychic, Psychic, Psychic. Yes! Our Psychic Mark. Of all the Psychic names. Okay, so Psychic Mark has an Abra. I don't know... Honestly, what does Abra even have at this point? Oh, Flash. Okay. Because if you can't have Sand Attack in this game, you're going to spam me with Flash. Oh, come on, dude. Another Flash. So the goal, obviously... There we go. I said the goal is to get some bug bites off, because look at that. Look at that stab super effective damage. And that should actually bring Bastille up. Probably... Yeah, it'll bring Bastille up to 16. Come on. Now... Oh, Kadabra. Now that's going to be some experience. But I'm going to swap out just because I don't want to deal with being double flashed or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to swap into Balderdash right now just to kind of get rid of the flash effects on Bastille. Alright. Oh, a level 16 Kadabra. Okay. And I feel like going for Magnitude on this. But, what was I going to say before I got sidetracked? Tell me, people, what was I going to say? Oh, what I was going to say is Bastille actually doesn't evolve for quite a bit yet, because if I remember, it's like level 30, 31, somewhere in there. Like, it's a low 30s in which it'll evolve. So it might be a while before Bastille actually becomes like a lead or a go-to on our team, but it kind of holds down the fort well enough that it should be able to at least stay in the team until it gets like super useful down the line. Alright, so let's see if we can get another bug bite. And not get flashed out of this, I guess. Seems like a weird thing to say. I got flashed out of the battle. It makes you wonder what the other trainer did. Like, But, well, I mean, you can see right there, just having that stab bug bite does quite a bit of damage. Especially when it's super effective, and there's these psychics, or psychic-type Pokemon. Now, obviously we don't run across a psychic-type gym leader until... Yeah, it is. So there's 35, there's 36, which makes this a separate encounter. I would say, obviously we don't run across a psychic-type gym leader until we make it over to Kanto. In which case we'll run into Sabrina. Oh, okay, so last episode we got Nidoran female, and now we stand a chance to get Nidoran male. Which, well, that'll actually be funny, because then I have to make a decision, because Nidoran female, I was all set to ready to just start rolling with, but Nidoran male actually is more of my favorite, so to speak. I don't know why, I always feel like I like his appearance a bit more. Maybe it's because I'm a male, I don't know. But if we catch this here, that could be... Oh, whoa, that was close. If we catch this here, that could actually be an interesting debate, because if I recall, Nidoqueen actually has better... Like, they each have different stats, actually. So one is more, like, defensive, and one's more speedy attacker. So it's just a matter of, like, do we want bulk over strength, or how we want to operate that. Alright, but at least we caught it, so we can actually make that debate, because if we hadn't captured this, then that wouldn't have even been an option. You know what, I'm going to name this after... If you guys haven't watched, or didn't watch my... Oh my goodness, the words are escaping me. If you guys didn't watch Red Lockdown, which I wouldn't be surprised because nobody watched Red Lockdown. We had a Nidoran male in that one as well, and I named it Marco. So I'm going to go ahead and name this one Marco. And the reason I named it Marco is because I'm a little bit of a comic book fan. So Marco is Kane Marco, which is the Juggernaut. So the Juggernaut's actual name is Kane Marco. So I named it Marco. Alright, so let's see. So we've got School Kid. What's his face right here? Oh, okay, so he's got a Tangela. So Bastille actually should be super effective against this as well. Alright, so let's see. I mean, because we've seen how well it does against, let's say, not bulky. Ew. I'll say, we've seen how it does against, like, non-bulky, psychic types. So now's our chance to see what it does against, like, a bulkier grass type. And honestly, not too well. I mean, like, it's doing decent damage, but it's not doing decent enough damage, so to speak. But I am going to go ahead and swap out then, and I'm going to go into Cinder, because I am a little worried that this thing's going to keep going for growth. Oh, no, it goes for Sleep Powder, which is even more annoying. Okay. So Cinder's asleep now, so let's... I guess in that case we're going for Orville. I'll say, I don't want to play around with something that's going to just growth itself up and then hit us with, like, one massive attack. So hopefully, I mean, Orville should outspeed. So if we go for our stab, super effective gust, hopefully that's enough to take this out. Yep. Okay, I mean, that's decent enough experience, because if you think about it, that would have been 600 experience across the 3 Pokemon. Oh, no. I don't want your number. Damn, jeez. Like, these people are so clingy with the number thing. Like, here's the thing. I appreciate the whole, like, concept. Like, I enjoy it, but they really over-implemented it, I feel like. Okay, so we've made it up to the wriggling, tree. Let's call that a tree, because it looks like something else, but we'll call it a tree. So we made it up to the wriggling nutsack, and we're gonna see what we can do here. Oh, okay. When I sprinkled water on that wriggling tree, it jumped right up. It just has to be a Pokemon if you soaked it. Oh, that's the Squirt bottle. Soak the tree for me. I want to see what happens. That sounds like a really weird request, by the way. Soak the tree for me. Soak it. But I am going to lead off with Goldenrod here. Because, if you guys don't know, so obviously this is... Yes, we're going to use a Squirt bottle. So obviously this is Sudowoodo, which is kind of hiding in the ground here. Now, when I was a younger, like when I first played Gold, not when I played HeartGold because I was a little older then, I had already played through like Gen 2. But when I first played Gold and Silver and Crystal, the original Gen 2 games, this thing was the biggest pain in the ass, and I think it was for a lot of people. And I'll tell you why. Because you don't expect its typing. Like, you look at this thing, and it's... like, you expect a grass-type Pokemon. And the reason for that is, obviously, it's a tree, like a quote-unquote tree. It runs... or it's a quote-unquote tree. It looks like it should be a grass Pokemon, to be honest with you. Just from the fact that it looks like a piece of bark. Like, it looks like a log and everything. But it's actually a rock type, which I think throws a lot of people off. So what I ended up doing here is I went for the poison, because as you saw there, the Vine Whip didn't do a lot of damage, even though it's special, or even though it is stab, and even though it's super effective, it didn't do too much damage. Oh, no. Oh, thank God. Oh, we are swapping out. Oh, Jesus. I saw my life flash before my eyes there. I was like, nope, not on my watch. Not on my watch. I have made it 14 episodes, people. This is our 14th episode, and we have not lost a Pokemon yet, and that is a streak I would like to maintain. So what we're pretty much going to do here is just let Poison do its work, and I think if I go for... I'm just going to go for a Rock Polish, because what I think is if we get one more poison damage on it, right, we should actually be able to capture this. And just so you guys know, I know this... Oh, shit. Nope. Okay. Alright, we're still good. Just so you guys know, I know this is kind of like a... Not controversial, but it's kind of like a semi-controversial thing amongst Nuzlocking. I'm in favor of static encounters. So in other words, Pokemon that we encounter that you're going to be forced to encounter. So things like, obviously we have to encounter Sudowoodo. Like, there's no way around it. Later in the game, we're going to have to encounter Ho-Oh. Those kind of things where, like, you're 100% going to encounter it. Or, like, Snorlax in Gen 1. Stuff like that where you're going to encounter it. I say that you should be able to catch it. You should be allowed to catch it, and it shouldn't count as your encounter for that route because you're forced into this battle. Another static one that we'll run in later is going to be like Red Gyarados. What do I name a Sudowoodo? I have no idea. I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it Nutsy. I don't know why. I just feel like that's a name for it. So, Nutsy the Sudowoodo is going to go to Box 1. This could actually be a viable option as well. Oh, we're going to get something too. Berry Pots. The most garbage of gifts. So now we can grow berries from any region. Oh, great. And we're going to get berries. Sudowoodo might actually be an option for the team as well because... it's a solid enough defensive Pokemon. It's not... I don't think it's on par, honestly, with Balderdash, but it could actually be an option down the line. Okay, so if we go north of here, we're going to make it to Ecruteak. If we go to the right, or east, if I thought about that, if we go east, we're going to run across... or we're going to head into, like, Goldenrod. So I'm going to go ahead and head this way, because we do need to drop off that Spearow. Yep, alright, toodaloo. Alright, stop talking to me. Alright, so let's keep going. So if once we drop off the Spearow, I believe we get a TM, so if we can get rid of that TM, or not get rid of, but if we pick up the TM, and also clear out that space, then we can add in, we can look at what our 6 Pokemon will be. Oh, nope, not here, down here. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure that if I remember this game correctly, the person we have to give it to is Big Boy right here. Huh? I feel like reading some words on a piece of paper or something. This is like a very weird request. So let's go ahead and gift him Kenya. Thank you for your mail, blah, blah, blah. I did not like Zubats. Okay. TM44, and I think like I said, I think it's either like Sleep Talk or Snore. It's Rest. Okay. Recover Fast became Rest. Okay, sure. Sure it did. Okay, so now that we've gotten rid of Kenya, we can actually go and add in a Pokemon ourselves. Nope. I completely forgot. Goldenrod is still really beat up. And actually, it was stupid of me to even try and do the runaway right there. Because if we couldn't have escaped, this thing could have KO'd us. So, let's stop right over here. We're going to heal up real quick, and we'll grab our not our starter, but we'll grab our new team member. Alright, so we do have a couple options as far as team member. So let's see what we got, and we'll kind of go from there. Alright, so we have... Obviously, we still have Powda, we still have Minnie, we still have Jay, Dusty, Edvard. All these ones that, I mean, really haven't done much for us. Or we haven't used at all, really. Let's see. Now, stuff we've added since we've really looked in this box. So we have Majesty, our Nidoran girl, or Nidoran female, who doesn't look too bad. I mean, Scratch and Double Kick are useful. Obviously, Growl and Tail Whip would go by the wayside. We have Colonel, our Sunkern, who has a lot of healing moves now that I'm looking at it. Absorb, Mega Drain, and Ingrain. I don't know that I want to use that. One, because we already have Goldenrod, and two, because it's not a good stat Pokemon. Like, it does not have a lot of stats. Also, it doesn't evolve until you give it a Sunstone, which means we could be stuck with Sunkern for a while. We have Marco, our Nidoran male. Now, Marco has Peck and Double Kick, and I believe we'll learn Poison Sting. Or not Poison Sting, yeah, Poison Sting here shortly. Also would evolve pretty soon, because I think, if I'm not incorrect, I think they evolve at like 21. I mean, I could be completely off, but I think that it evolves relatively soon. We do have Sudowoodo. Now, Sudowoodo doesn't evolve, and its moveset's kind of weird looking at this. Low Kick, Rock Throw, Mimic could be kind of useful depending on what it's up against. Flail, not so much. Of course, we do still have Eggsy. Eggsy, I don't know. Eggsy has, like, not done too much for us. I mean, the same thing could be... technically, the same thing could be argued for Bastille, but I feel like Bastille is going to give us more of a long-range option. So what I think I actually want to do... Let's see. We have Quiet and we have Sassy. What I think I actually want to do is add in one of the Nidorans. I mean, neither of these have great natures. One, great, I have more defense and lower speed. One, I have more special attack and lower speed. So I believe, I'm actually going to add in Majesty, I think. You know what? Gives us a decent option. She's not the worst Pokemon to have. Like, it's not a great Pokemon, but it's not the worst either. And it's very fluid, too, because we could just as easily swap out Pokemon once we get up to Ecruteak, because there are a couple... One, we have one more encounter still as we head north. Two, there is like Burn Tower and stuff that we have to go into and get encounters that way. Or Tin Tower, or whatever the hell it is. One of the towers. I think I always get them confused. I mean, because Burn Tower obviously should be the one that's burnt down, but there's one where it's like, oh yeah, it was burned down, and then we just rebuilt it. Okay, so we get the Hyper Potion. But anyways, what I was saying is, we do have a couple more encounters we could potentially have coming up, so I wouldn't necessarily say that this Pokemon's going to be in the team and nowhere else, and we're going to be locked in forever. But for where we're sitting at, it's not a bad Pokemon to have. Let's see, blah blah. Oh, come on. So we're going to run across a Psychic. Of course, we don't have Bastille in the lead position. We have a Poison Pokemon. Drowsy. Ooh, level 17 Drowsy. Let's go ahead and swap out. I'm feeling... I'm not going to go into Bastille because I don't know how well Bastille's going to take a hit. So I'm going to go into Balderdash and let Balderdash kind of do its thing. If Hypnosis doesn't take us out. Oh, come on, dude. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy whose Hypnosis Dream Eater does uncanny amounts of damage. I'm going to go one more time. If we don't wake up, I guess, from this one, we're going to have to switch. Of course not. Okay, so what I think then is next up is going to have to be Cinder. Just something where we can start doing some damage. Ah ha ha. And I'm just going full-blown Fire Blast. I don't even want to risk getting Hypnosis. But let's see how much damage that... Oh, yeah. Look at that. Alright, Goldenrod to 18. Come on. Cinder. Balderdash. I lost, and that's pretty sad. Okay. I mean, that's one way to put it, I guess. I lost. That's sad. It is sad. Kinda. Sorta. Okay, so obviously we have an encounter right here, like, on this route. Pidgey is not our encounter. Luckily. Thankful. No, come on. Not with this. Not with this nonsense. Okay, there we go. Pidgey, of course, is not our encounter because we already have a Pidgey. I don't, honestly, on this route, I don't know what else there is. I think there, like, I know there's Stantler. That's the one thing I know is Stantler, Pidgey. But I feel like there's got to be at least one more thing on here. Like, it can't just be those two. And I could have sworn that Growlithe popped up at some point, but Growlithe might have been on the one where we just got a Nidoran male. So, who knows? Alright, so let's see. Encounter? Oh, yeah. Alright, so we're going to end up with Stantler as our encounter, which I kind of thought we would once we didn't have... Oh, he's going to Intimidate? Alright. Okay, I see you, big dog. Now, Stantler actually would not be too bad of an addition to our team. And I'll tell you why. Because since he's a normal type, he doesn't have to worry too much about ghost attacks, which is what the next gym leader, Morty, is a ghost... The next gym leader, Morty, is a ghost gym leader. So we wouldn't have to worry about the ghost attacks. Now, obviously, normal attacks can't affect the ghosts either. But where Stantler kind of has an advantage is Stantler, I believe, learns Confusion or like Psybeam pretty soon. Like roughly around these levels. So there's always the chance that we could have a Psybeam or Confusion running Stantler that can't take normal attacks but can dish out some decent damage against the ghost Pokemon. Or we could just use Astonish because that is also a effective against ghosts. Hopefully we can catch it here. I mean, we only have... Oh, snap. I'll say we only have the one Pokeball and the one Fastball. And unfortunately, we don't have... Cinder at least isn't going to be able to chip it down anymore. I don't know that I really want to do another attack out of any of these. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to go for a fastball. This is the only thing. I can't envision us doing another attack because we're going to lose the, like, we're going to KO it. But it all pays off because the fastball actually works. Alright, so we just captured Stantler. Alright. I like it. Stantler, do we want to give it a nickname? Of course. Male Stantler. I'm going to name you Blitzen. Blitzen the Stantler. Obviously, he's going to go to the box, but this is one I feel very strongly that this could be a potential team member down the line. Alright, so we got twinsies here. Do we get them both, or do we just run across one then the other? And then they have the two other trainers that are up top. Alright, twins Tori and Till. Meryl and Mareep, okay. If Balderdash wasn't asleep, this would be a really good one for him. So let's see, so we're going to Vine Whip Mareep, or we're going to Vine Whip Meryl, rather. And I believe if we Fire Blast Mareep, just to get it out of here, That'll make our lives much easier. So that is what we're going to do. Let's just get rid of Mareep. And then we can start focusing up on Meryl here. Oh, okay, not quite enough to one-hit KO it, but decent enough. Oh, buddy. You're not going for super effective hits on me. Not today. Not today. But that's okay, because we 1-2 punch that bad boy into the ground. Goldenrod, Cinder, Goldenrod, and Cinder. And they both lost. Alright. And then this one, is this a double battle as well, or is this like 1-to-1? No, it's double battle. Okay. This I'm good with. I'd pretty much rather have the double battle just so we can knock out 2 of them at once, as opposed to like battle, then turn, more text, more battle. Alright, the Beauty Twins, and they have 4 Pokemon. Oh, okay, this actually could be interesting. So, Clefable, Wigglytuff, not typically 2 Pokemon I want to mess around with. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to Poison Powder on Wigglytuff, and I'm going to Fire Blast Clefable, because I feel like Clefable is going to be more of like the pain in the butt. It wasn't quite enough to take it out. Okay, so, let's see. If we can get the Poison Powder on... No! Come on, dude! Alright, so they stop our Poison Powder. But, if I can Vine Whip... I'm going to Vine Whip Wigglytuff. And the reason for that is... We're going to Quick Attack Clefable. Clefable moved faster than Goldenrod. So I don't want to run the risk of letting Clefable get an attack off. And then let's see what this does after it's been growled. Oh, and it is not good. Woo! And that pound did way too much damage too. Alright. Alright. So, let's do this. I'm going to swap... Let's swap Goldenrod out for Orville. Well, yeah, swap it out for Orville. Then, I'm going to Fire Blast, but I'm going to Fire Blast on the new Wigglytuff. And the reason for that is if we take that one out, at least we don't have to deal with 1 Pokemon at a time, so then we're going like 2-on-1. Of course we miss, because that strategy would be been too good. Alright, how about this? So we'll Quick Attack... Nope. Nope, yep, nope. Yeah, we'll Quick Attack the new one, or the old one rather, and we will Flame Burst the new one. Fire Blast. No, it was like Flame Burst, Fire Blast. Oh, okay. That was good. I like that. Alright. So that goes down. See, that's going to help us because now we only have to deal with 1 of them at a time. Which goes a long way when you consider that these aren't exactly the Pokemon I want to get trapped into a long-term battle with. Alright, Ember? Does Ember take it out? Ember takes it out! Alright, I like that. And Goldenrod's going to get a level off this too. And Cinder's going to get a level off this too. That is nice for our team. Alright, so we have Clefable up next. So now she has her own Clefable. Let's just start spamming the hell out of this team. I feel like if we just start unloading attacks, we should be able to take out Clefable. Oh, come on. Not with this cute charm bullcrap. Both of them? Alright, alright. I like that. I mean, I don't like that, but that's an interesting choice. So obviously, Orville has to fight its way through its love to dish out a pretty much non-damaging Quick Attack. We have to fight through our love to hopefully land the final blow with this Flame Wheel. And we do. Oh, they thought they had the strategies on there double blocking us, but we were able to pull it out. I like that. And the one thing, and this battle at least gave a couple levels to our Pokemon. Oh, you're good. You're strong. I'm strong and good, guys. Guys, we've done it. We're good. We're strong. That's everything we've ever wanted. Alright, let's just blast past this Pidgey. Then... Yep, there's nothing else here. Blast past the Pidgey, and here we are in Ekrotik City. Alright, guys, and I think with us getting to Ekrotik City, we're actually going to go ahead and end today's episode. I know it wasn't too exciting, but we did manage to take out a couple routes, get some new Pokemon onto our team, deliver a very treasured piece of mail, and take on Sudowoodo, which give us access up here to Ekrotik. But that is just because next episode, you guys, I'm going to try and probably not take on the next gym, but we're definitely going to be exploring this town and doing some crazy stuff. Comment question of the day, guys. What is your favorite legendary out of Gen 2? So, of course, just as a quick reminder, the Gen 2 legendaries are the 3 cat dogs, or whatever you want to call them, Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. Of course, the 2 legendary bird editions, in the case of Ho-Oh and Lugia, and Celebi as well. So what of the Gen 2 legendaries is your absolute favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I always like reading some of the comments. They're always very interesting, and I would love to read some more. So let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on that. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like button for me if you liked what you saw in today's episode and are excited with the way the lock is progressing. But with that being said, guys, I am going to go ahead and save today's episode and get on out of here. This is Sleevecard signing out. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and I will see you later.